one of the ways that we can use the present subjunctive is if we have a trigger word, a K, and a change of person. And if you have all three of these things, what do you win? You win the subjunctive. Just a quick refresher, what is the trigger word? Or where does it happen? The trigger word will be to the left of the K. You need a K and a change of person from the one to the other. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take each one of these individually, and we're going to look at them and see what are some of these words that we can use to replace quiero. So quiero is a trigger word, and which one would it fall under? Well, that would fall under a W. So what we can do is we can replace that trigger word with a different trigger word. The I of weirdo, or of our trigger word, stands for impersonal expressions. And an impersonal expression in Spanish is basically an S plus another word. So this first one, es bueno, means it's good that, it's bad that, it's sad that, it's terrible that. And those are trigger words. You could pretty much make up your own. So it is wonderful that, it is awesome that, it is cool that, it is outstanding that. You pretty much have the freedom to make up almost anything that you want. Well, let's look at an example. It's good that you all take the test. Well, do we have a trigger word? Yes. Well, why? Because I put it on the list over here. Do you have a K? Yes, you have a K. Do you have a change of person? Well, these are called impersonal expressions, which basically means they don't have a person. And so as long as you're going to something from nothing to something, then you have a change. So we do. So 1, 2, 3, we have what we need, so we can use the subjunctive. So we will put this verb tomar into the subjunctive, tomen. Number 2, it's good to take the test. All right, well, wait a second, this is kind of easy. So we have a trigger word, done. Do we have a K? Well, no. There's no K in this sentence. We don't have a K, no subjunctive. All right, so what do we do with our verb? Well, remember, when we have two verbs that are touching, and we treat this one as a verb, we have to leave this second one in its base form. So we would write tomar. And this would sound like, it's good to take the exam. This first one said, it's good that you all take the exam. This one said, it's good to take the exam. Number 3, it is not normal that she studies a lot. Okay, no es normal. Is that a trigger word? Well, yes. It doesn't really matter if we have this no out here. Es normal, no es normal, trigger word. K, change of person, 1, 2, 3, subjunctive. Alright, now there's one more thing that we need to look at, and I think I need to change my pen color. And among these impersonal expressions, we have some false friends. They're trigger words that look like trigger words, but they're not really trigger words. Okay, so in this list up here, you could put a yes or you could put a no, and everything was good. But when we have these two down here, and there are a couple more like it, but these are the two that you need to know for now. Es cierto and es verdad, they are not trigger words. Okay, so let's look at number 4. It is certain that Maestro will receive a Mini Cooper. It is certain. Trigger word? No, it is a false friend. If we don't have a trigger word, no subjunctive. So we'll put it into the indicative. But with these false friends, if we put a no in here with our false friend, then it does become a trigger word. So this fifth one, no es cierto, that is a trigger word. It is not certain that, and we are going from nothing to something, it is not certain that maestro will receive 1, 2, 3, subjunctive, a Mini Cooper. So this whole thing where we have a no or we don't have a no, we only have to worry about that when we're dealing with our false friends. So es cierto, es verdad, false friends. No es cierto, no es verdad. Hey, we like those. We'll let them come to the subjunctive party. So what we want to do is when we're working with the I of weirdo is try to invent as many impersonal expressions as possible so that we can replace those and use those as trigger words. So today we've been talking about trigger words. And there are a lot of trigger words, and so you have to figure out a way to memorize them. But what I would do is just start with one letter at a time. Start with your W today, and think about all the different kinds of verbs that you could replace and put in here for a new trigger word. And then go on to your E, your I, your R, your D, and your O. Now remember, there are lots of ways to use the subjunctive. This is one of those ways. A trigger word, a K, and a change of person. If you have all three of those things, subjunctive. Alright, go out and try a few on your own. Let me know how it goes. Suerte.